Mayor Cherelle Parker and city leaders provided another update today. She says this remains an ongoing and fluid situation. We do know the number of victims has increased, and today we are hearing from a woman whose family member was here on Cottman Avenue Friday night when that plane crashed and changed her life.
I'm just praying that I get to talk to her again and to tell her that she's loved and that we are all here for her to help her get through this.
Chantel Fletcher says her 33-year-old cousin Dominique is one of the victims who were severely injured in Friday night's plane crash on Cottman Avenue.
She is in a medically induced coma. 70% of her body is burnt. She's responding well to medication. She has surgery scheduled for today.
Dominique was in the car with her longtime partner and his son driving to Macy's at the Roosevelt Mall when the plane hit the ground just after 6, engulfing with fire everything in its path.
They never made it to Macy's. On their way there, that's when the plane had crashed and their vehicle was near the blast area.
City leaders originally believed that in addition to the crash killing 7, 19 were injured. But at a noon briefing today, Mayor Cherelle Parker said that number has increased to 22.
5 of the victims remain hospitalized currently, and 3 of them are in critical condition.
NBC News has also confirmed the identities of the 6 individuals on board the Learjet 55. They were a captain, co-pilot, doctor, and paramedic, as well as a mother and daughter, a pediatric patient who received medical treatment at Shriners Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. All were Mexican citizens and were flying to Missouri.
Our city stands with them and every victim of this tragedy.
Chantel says while she hasn't spoken to her cousin since before Friday night's crash, doctors tell her family she's fighting and responding to medication, and her loved ones are going to be with her every step of the way.
Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher joins us live from Northeast Philadelphia with an update on the conditions of some of the bystanders injured as the medical jet crashed. Brianna.
Yes, Walter. Well, there's still a lot of unanswered questions here tonight in terms of fatalities and injuries. But earlier today, we spoke with the mother and father of a 10-year-old boy who is believed to be one of the very first patients who have arrived at Jefferson Torresdale Hospital last night.
My baby in there. It's hard to see him like that. As a mother, what am I supposed to do? But he's good. He's pushing through.
10-year-old Andre Howard was in the car with his father and siblings when tragedy shook Northeast Philadelphia.
Here, what we thought was a car crash, but then you see a fury of fire in the air and then a bunch of debris shooting everywhere.
Andre tells us he tried using nearby buildings to shield them from flying debris.
My son, who's also the same name as me, Andre Howard, tells his little sister, "Get down," and he grabs her. I hear the glass shatter. I turn around. There's a piece of metal sticking out of my son's head from the plane.
A Good Samaritan took the shirt off his back to help apply pressure to Andre's head. Then a Philadelphia police officer rushed them to Jefferson Torresdale Hospital, where the boy underwent emergency surgery.
They pretty much told us my son wasn't supposed to make it. Jefferson also told us that they didn't do children trauma surgeries, but they did for us, which was nothing but God.
Authorities say at least 7 people are dead and 19 others are injured, including Andre. Doctors initially told him that his son would never walk again, but after being transported to CHOP, Andre has made miracle strides overnight.
To face death yesterday and speaking today, stepping up for his little sister like I trained him and his other brothers to do, off of instinct, he's my hero.
He's strong. He's a jokester, but he's strong.
Oh, he's a superhero.
He's a superhero.
Yeah, Francis, you talk with people out here, and it is clear there is still so much shock and disbelief about what happened. The family of a woman who lost her home believes some sort of divine intervention helped save her life. It's become too difficult for Alexis Lloyd to talk about the fiery moment of impact just feet away and the frantic escape she and her boyfriend made from her house at Rupert and Cotman in Northeast Philadelphia.
She was in the kitchen cooking.
Her sister Selena says at the very second the windows imploded from the force of the plane crash Friday evening, Alexis was putting something in the trash and bent over. They believe a higher power protected her from flying debris.
She could have been struck by glass. We believe in God, so we most definitely believe that, God has hands on her.
I'm just glad that we're all okay. If my mom wouldn't have gone to heaven, I would just be so sad.
Alexis's 7-year-old daughter Kennedy wasn't home when the medical transport jet fell from the sky, killing all 6 people on board, at least 1 person in a car, and injuring nearly 24 others.
It's horrific. 2 houses across the street from me burned.
Rita Antil going food shopping on foot. Driving to the store is not an option.
I can't exit my street onto Cotman Avenue, and it's barricaded on both ends.
Federal investigators among those back at the scene, still littered with wreckage and charred vehicles, heavy machinery brought in. The magnitude of what happened here remains difficult to comprehend for many in this busy neighborhood.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime situation that happens. You don't see planes fall out in populated cities like Philadelphia.
Just scary.
With their place now unlivable, Kennedy and her mom are staying temporarily at this senior high-rise with Alexis's mother. As they sort through the trauma, the family says they're touched by the kindness of others.
There's been lots of love, an outpouring of support, and that is very much appreciated.